Have you ever felt spiritually stuck? Like you're trying with all your might to do the right thing, but you just keep falling into the same old traps? It is absolutely exhausting, and it can leave you feeling, well, totally defeated. But what if the solution isn't about trying harder? What if it's about accessing a different kind of power? Let's get into it. Think about it from a second. We so often treat our spiritual struggles like they're just a test of our willpower. But what if that's the wrong way to look at it entirely? What if the real problem isn't your lack of strength, but maybe a misunderstanding of where our strength is supposed to come from in the first place? What if you've been fighting a spiritual battle with the wrong kind of power? You see, the Bible actually reveals that there are two distinct powers that flow from God's throne. And honestly, understanding the difference between them, that's the key that can unlock a whole new level of freedom. So where does this idea of twin powers even come from? Well, it's actually been hiding in plain sight, in a foundational Bible verse that a lot of us have probably heard a million times, but maybe we haven't really seen it in this light before. Here it is, Hebrews 4:16. Now listen really closely to how it's worded. Let us then approach the throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Did you catch that? It's not one thing, it's two. The writer doesn't just say receive grace and mercy like it's some kind of package deal. No, it specifically separates the actions. You receive one and you have to find the other. These are two totally distinct spiritual aids for two very distinct purposes. And right here, this is the core difference. Mercy is what cleanses our past. It deals with our failures. It wipes the slate clean. But grace is different. Grace is what empowers our future. You see, they're like heaven's twin strategy for our complete victory. Okay, so let's break this down. First up, grace. Now, most of us, when we hear the word grace, we think of unmerited favor or, simple forgiveness. But that's only half the story. It is so much more active than that. Grace is power. It's literally God's divine strength that works inside of you. Think of it like a spiritual engine right there in your heart that makes obedience not just possible, but actually supernatural. It's the force that changes you from the inside out. So what does this look like in real life? Well, grace isn't passive, it's an active force. It's what gives you that inner resistance to say no. It's the endurance that kicks in right when you want to quit. And here's the crucial part. Grace doesn't just clean up your past mistakes, it actually empowers you to prevent the future ones. It literally replaces your weakness with His strength. Okay, so if grace is the power within, then what in the world is mercy? Well, as we're about to see, it's the other side of the coin, and it operates in a completely different arena. Mercy doesn't work in you, it works around you. Mercy is God supernaturally stepping into your circumstances, kind of rearranging the whole setup of your life to make it harder for you to sin in the first place. It's incredible. Just think about what this means. Mercy actively edits your environment. It's God closing a door that would have led you straight to failure. It's that text message that just doesn't go through, or the friend who calls you right when you're about to make a bad choice. It's a canceled appointment with a temptation you never even knew was on your schedule. Mercy is God's protection working on the outside. So let's put it all together side by side. It really boils down to location, function, and the result. Grace is the power within, and it strengthens your spirit so that you can resist temptation. Mercy is the power around, and it edits your environment so you face less temptation to begin with. You see, you need both. Without mercy, you're going to face impossible situations. But without grace, even the easiest situations can take you down. This is amazing, right? But it's not just theory. The best part is that the scripture in Hebrews actually gives us a really clear, practical roadmap for how to access both of these powerful forces in our daily lives. It all starts by approaching the throne, just talking to God in confident prayer. You don't earn these things, you ask for them. You come humbly and you receive mercy. You ask God to cover your mistakes and to please close the wrong doors. Then you actively find grace by digging into scripture and actually acting on it. And that's what fills you with that inner strength. Okay, to make this crystal clear, let's use a simple analogy. Just imagine you're walking against a powerful, relentless wind, okay? This wind is all the temptation and pressure you face every single day. In this situation, grace is like a supernatural wind inside your own lungs, giving you the strength from within to push forward against that pressure. But mercy? Mercy is like a solid wall that suddenly appears at your back, blocking the fiercest gusts from ever even hitting you. You need both to get where you're going. So the question for you right now is a simple one. Looking at your life, at the pressures you're facing, what do you need most today? Do you need that strength from within, or do you need that protection from without? Here's a super simple diagnostic you can use every single day. If you've fallen, if you've messed up, start by asking for mercy. Ask for it to cleanse your past and rearrange your circumstances. But if you're standing strong right now and you want to keep standing, then ask for grace to empower your future. So the key takeaway is this: grace strengthens you, mercy shields you, and both are freely available, but they only flow when we approach the throne. So don't try to live on just one. Ask daily for both and start walking in a whole new level of freedom.